I would like to call this village board meeting of Thursday, October 17, 2024 to order. Will the clerk please take the roll?
Mayor Coker,
Yes.
Trustee Schmidt,
Here.
Trustee Siddiqui.
Here.
Trustee Light,
Here.
Trustee Meritato,
Here.
Trustee Pojek.
Here.
Trustee Schroeder. Here.
Please join me in saying a pledge of allegiance. We now move on to petitions and communications, community announcement. Trustee Schmidt, please.
The next coffee and chat with the village president and board will be Saturday, November 2nd at the Linda Jackson Center for Senior Citizens from 10 a.m. to noon. If you are unable to attend and have any comments, suggestions, or questions for the village president or village board, please call the village president's office anytime at 630-909-5302 or contact your local district trustee. With the arrival of the fall season, the village of Glendale Heights, along with the Glenside and Bloomingdale Fire Protection Districts, would like to remind residents that it is unlawful for any uncontrolled burning of landscape waste. Fires in approved containers like fire pits are allowed as long as they are at least 15 feet from any structure, including fences and picnic tables. For more information, please contact the Glenside Fire Protection District at 630-668-5323 or the Bloomingdale Fire Protection District at 630-894-9080. Thank you.
Trustee Siddiqui.
The Glendale Heights Police Department, along with numerous other police departments across the country, have seen an uptick in people posting messages online and on social media instead of calling 911. These platforms are not monitored 24/7, and in times of an emergency, every second counts. Please remember that Glendale Heights Police Department cannot take a crime report over social media. In order to make a report, please contact the non-emergency number at 630-260-6070. If you need an immediate assistance or have an emergency, please remember to always call 911 and don't rely on social media. Join us for Glendale Heights Seasonal Market every Thursday. Shop for food, produce, crafts, and more from locally sourced vendors. The market runs from 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. and will be held in Sports Hub starting Thursday, October 24. So if you would like to be a vendor or for more information, please contact Tanya Mako at 630-909-5459. So I just want to add that,
Trustee Light.
these seasonal market is now,
Hello. Trustee Light, please.
So seasonal
No.
market are,
No,
you know,
you cannot do this.
this is
No,
ridiculous.
you cannot do this. You have to stop.
Because seasonal, I am going to,
He's adding something about the seasonal market.
yeah, I am not talking about you. So you have to behave. It's for the
You
benefit
have to
of the
talk what is
people.
on your-
It's for the benefit of the people. So I just want to announce that in the summertime, it's not only for summer, it's also in the winter. Thanks to Tanya for your great efforts that you are doing great. And so now it will be inside. So people, can go inside us. That's all. So why you are so angry? I don't know.
Trustee Light, I'm not angry. You are taking undue advantage.
Really?
You have tendency of that.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Trustee
I will
Light,
leave
please.
it to
Trustee
the
Light, please.
audience who is taking the advantage and who is not.
Yeah, I know these audience. I know you. Don't worry.
Good evening, everyone. The Village of Glendale Heights is getting in the Halloween spirit. Halloween is on Thursday, October 31st, and we would like to remind residents that trick-or-treating hours are from 3 p.m. to 7 p.m. Also, on Halloween Eve, to come and trick-or-treat at Safety Town Halloween for a safe and family-friendly event. Safety Town Halloween runs from 4 p.m. to 7 p.m. For more information on Safety Town Halloween, please contact Tanya Macco at 630-909-5459. Get in the spooky season and register your house for Halloween in the Heights House Decorating Contest, tongue twister. Register your home through Sunday, October 20th to compete for the spookiest and the best decorated house in Glendale Heights. And an interactive map voting will be activated starting October 23rd. And the winner will be announced on Halloween on the Village Facebook page. For more information, please contact Louisa at 630-909-5339. Thank you.
Clerk Schmidt, please.
Candidate packets are now available for the April 1st, 2025 consolidated election. The following offices in the Village of Glendale Heights will be on the ballot: Village President, Village Clerk, and trustees for Districts 2, 5, and 6, depending on which district you reside in. Petition information and packets are available at the Village Clerk's office located on the second floor of the Village Hall. The first filing date is November 12th, and the last filing date will be November 18th. For more information, please contact me, Village Clerk Marie Schmidt, at 630-909-5333.
Trustee Maritato, please.
We would like to remind residents that per village code, do not rake or move leaves or yard waste onto village streets. This will help us ensure our streets are clean and clear of any debris for safe driving. Yard waste collections occur on the same day as regular waste and recycling pickup. The final collection date for yard waste will be November 27th, 29th, and 30th, depending on when your usual waste and recycling pickup occurs. If you have any questions, please call Republic Service at 847-981-0091. Please join the Village Board, the Village of Glendale Heights, police and fire personnel, and Glendale Heights VFW Post 2377 for a ceremony at Veterans Memorial Park as we honor all military personnel, past and present. The Veterans Day ceremony will begin at 11 a.m. on Veterans Day, November 11th. The event includes a flag and color guard presentation, a rifle salute, and a tribute to our fallen warriors. Please note that all village offices will be closed on Monday, November 11th, in observance of Veterans Day. For more information, please call the Village President's office at 630-909-5302. And I just want to hope that we get a lot of residents to come out for our veterans and salute them and show everybody that we have support for our military.
Trustee
Okay.
Pojek, please.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
During the months of October and November, parking restrictions will be in effect from 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. due to street sweeping. Excuse me. Color-coded no parking signs are posted in 4 different zones throughout the village. Parking is prohibited on Monday for the red zone, Tuesday for the blue zone, Wednesday for the green zone, Friday for the brown zone. To find out your zone, visit the village website. For any questions on street sweeping program, please contact Public Works at 630-260-6040.
Okay, Trustee Schroeder, please. Yes, ma'am. Go ahead.
Stop by the Linda Jackson Center for Senior Citizens on Tuesday, October the 29th, from 10 a.m. until 2 p.m. for the Super Senior Mobile Unit. The Secretary of State will be present, and they'll renew driver's license, convert existing standard driver's license into real ID driver's license. They'll issue free state IDs and purchase new license plate stickers. Special thanks to your state rep, Diane Blair Sherlock, for helping provide this service to our residents. For more information, please call the Linda Jackson Center for Senior Citizens at 630-260-6050. Thank you.
Next is number 2, a proclamation to proclaim the month of October as Italian American Heritage Month. Number 3, a proclamation to proclaim the week of October 23rd to 31st, 2024 as Red Ribbon Week. Number 4, a proclamation to proclaim October 31st, 2024 as Halloween Trick or Treat. If there are no objections, I will sign, which I have signed already, these proclamation. Number 5, Charity Golf Classic Check presentation. Director Keith Knott, please.
Thank you, Mayor and Board. This year, the Village of Glendale Heights held the 24th Annual Glendale Heights Charity Golf Classic on Wednesday, August 28th. Over the past 24 years, the Charity Classic has raised over $550,000 for a variety of local charities and organizations. This year, Charities Classic had 103 golfers that got to enjoy a great day filled with golf, food, and a lot of laughs, all while raising money for 5 very worthwhile charities. Those charities were the Family and Faith Food Pantry, the Glendale Heights Christmas Sharing Program, the FOP Lodge 52 Community Enrichment Fund, the Glendale Heights Chamber of Commerce Scholarship Fund, and the Glendale Heights Foundation. This event would not have been as successful as it was if it were not for the many businesses and organizations that participated in this year's event. The Charity Classic Committee would like to thank all of the sponsors this year, including our platinum sponsors, Bloomingdale Bank and Trust and Storino, Romello and Durkin, our gold sponsors, Christopher Burke Engineering, Trotter and Associates, our silver sponsors, the Glenside Fire Protection District, Legat Architects, Ivy Hall, Republic Services, U Chicago Medicine, Advent Health Glen Oaks, Chicago Blower, and FH Passion. We'd also like to thank our bronze sponsors, Alma Flor Ada Spanish Immersion, Patagonia Visual Solutions, and the VFW Post 2377. We would also like to recognize Clyde's Donuts and Pepsi for donating some of the products that were available to the participants on the day of the event. There are a number of additional thank yous that need to be shared. To the Charity Classic Committee under the direction of Trustee Meritato for their help before the event and helping to guide this year's event. Also, all the volunteers who donated their time either before, during, or after the event to man a game, sell tickets, or help in the many other ways that were needed. This event would not have been the success it was without all of you. Finally, I also want to take this opportunity to thank Jennifer Farrell, Division Manager of the golf course, and Brian Trefilio, the foreman of golf grounds, and all of their staffs for the work they did, not only to put the event together, but for having the golf course in such great condition, even though the event was right after a major storm. Everything ended up being great. This evening, I am proud to announce that the Charity Classic raised $20,000 for our charities, meaning each of the recipients will be receiving $4,000 to help those within the community. At this time, I would ask that Trustee Meritato and Mayor Coker join me down here to present the checks to each of the organizations. And I'm going to call each of those organizations, and if their representatives would like to step forward and say a few words about what the money will be used for, that would be fantastic. So the first check is being presented to, let me make sure I have the first check here, is being presented to the Family and Faith Food Pantry. Accepting on behalf of the food pantry is Pastor Steve Cass and Brian Ratcliffe. I gotta let them come down here. I'm gonna let them give you the check. I didn't do a good enough job. If you guys like to talk about what you do with the money, that'd be great.
Just want to say thank you on behalf of the food pantry. So far this year, we have fed approximately 8,000 families, which means 20,000 individuals. Your support and the support of the community makes all the difference in being able to do this.
Thank you, Pastor. We're proud to be a charity in the village of Glendale Heights. It has gone through a lot of changes in the last few years. Many migrant families have been coming in. And in many instances, we're their sole source of food, at least to get them started out. Last night, I ran the pantry, and 3 families from Venezuela walked in 10 minutes after we closed. And I was more than happy and joyful to give them what they needed and to get them started. So thank you very much.
Okay, so. Here, Mayor, you get in too. All right, the second check is being presented to the Village of Glendale Heights Christmas Sharing Fund. Accepting on behalf of the Glendale Heights Christmas Sharing Program is Lizette Gallegos and Tanya Macco. And you want to briefly say what it's for? And then
Sure.
we'll-
Christmas sharing is able to do what we do because of the support of our community. This year, we are able to help over 100 families who otherwise would not be able to enjoy Christmas. How many individuals do you know? No. Yeah. So it's more than 100 families. How many individuals depends on the size of the family, of course. So on behalf of the Christmas Sharing Committee, I would like to thank you for your support and for keeping us afloat and able to help all of these individuals.
All right, the third check this evening is being presented to the Glendale Heights Fraternal Order of Police Lodge 52 Community Enrichment Fund. Accepting on behalf of the FOP is Officer Statura. And I got that one here.
We just want to thank all the sponsors. FOP is our Fraternal Order of Police Lodge 52 here at Glendale Heights. It's composed of officers and sergeants who want to give back to our community that we protect. So with this check, we're going to go ahead and use it towards the continuous events that we have ongoing, events such as our fishing derby that we hold annually. So thank you guys for your continued support. Without you guys, we would not be able to do that. So thank you very much. Yeah. Perfect. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you.
All right, the fourth check this evening. The fourth check this evening is being presented to the Glendale Heights Chamber of Commerce for their scholarship fund. Accepting on behalf of the chamber is Chamber President April Hieronymus.
Okay, hi, everybody. Thank you so much for the support for the chamber. This money goes to scholarships. It helps kids here in Glendale Heights for money for college. So sometimes it's for books, for housing, whatever they need, but without this, we wouldn't be able to help out our local kids. Thank you.
All right. right, the fifth and final check this evening is being presented to the Glendale Heights Foundation. Accepting on behalf of the foundation is Connie Barreras.
Hi, thank you. The Glendale Heights Foundation, for those who don't know, provides financial assistance to residents who are experiencing short-term financial difficulties. And without this donation, we wouldn't be able to continue doing that. So thank you very much.
And we look forward to seeing everyone for the Glendale Heights Charity Golf Classic in 2025, which will be held in August. And that date will be released here in the next few weeks. So thank you very much for this opportunity.
Next is C, public discussion of agenda items. Is there anyone in the public that would like to address this board on an agenda items only? Anyone from public? None?
Yes. These, the proclamations.
Oh, that's done. That's done. You have the consent agenda before you. Would acting village administrator Doug Flint please read the consent agenda?
Thank you, Mayor. Consent agenda, 1, approval of the regular board meeting minutes of October 3rd, 2024. 2, approval of the committee of the whole meeting minutes of October 3rd, 2024. 3, approval of accounts payable listing of August 31st, 2024, the amount of $2,851,910.85. 4, approval of the accounts payable listing of September 30th, 2024, amount of $1,999,767.23. 5, approval of accounts payable listing of October 17th, 2024, total amount $2,398,467.98. 6, an ordinance to deny zoning variance to allow an increase in the maximum driveway width for 1674 Gilberto Street, Village of Glendale Heights, Illinois. 7, a resolution determining the estimated property taxes to be levied for the 2024 tax year of the Village of Glendale Heights, Illinois. 8, a resolution regarding the release of closed session minutes. 9, approval of pay request number 13 to IHC Construction Companies, LLC, for the wastewater treatment plant phosphorus removal upgrades, total amount not to exceed $583,329.17. 10, approval of consent.
Is there a motion to approve the consent agenda? Trustee Schmidt,
I move that the board approve the consent agenda as presented.
Trustee Light.
Second.
Roll call vote, please.
Trustee Schmidt?
Yes.
Trustee Siddiqui?
Yes.
Trustee Light?
Yes.
Trustee Meritato?
Yes.
Trustee Pojek?
Yes.
Trustee Schroeder.
Yes.
The consent agenda is approved. Old business, there is none. New business, a motion to waive first reading on new business item number 2. Is there a motion to waive first reading on new business item number 2? Trustee Schmidt.
So moved.
Second, Trustee Light.
Second.
Discussion. None. Roll call vote, please.
Trustee Siddiqui?
Yes.
Trustee Light?
Yes.
Trustee Meritato?
Yes.
Trustee Pojek?
Yes.
Trustee Schroeder.
Yes.
Trustee Schmidt?
Yes.
The motion to waive first reading on new business item 2 is approved. An ordinance to waive bid, accept the proposal of Water Resources and authorizing the execution of a notice of award purchase order for the purchase of Gutterman NB-I0T leak detection system. First reading is waived. This is ordinance 2024-63. Is there a motion to adopt ordinance 2024-63? Trustee Light.
So moved.
Trustee Schmidt.
Second.
Discussion. No.
Yeah.
Yes.
So what is this water leak system? Is it like we are moving to a different company or?
Jeff can probably explain it better.
So these are leak spies, they call them, and they go on like valve vaults and things in the system. And what they do is continuously monitor the system for leaks. So at night, you know,
Throughout
there's
the village.
Throughout the
Okay.
village. Depending on how many you buy, they're only good for a certain range. But this is the initial phase of this. It's a good tool. You know, there's instances where you have main breaks where there's water main that are not, it's not in usual spots, wooded areas, whatever. You end up having a leak, you don't find it. With this type of equipment, you can look at the software and it'll tell you in advance that, hey, you've got something going on, go look at it.
So it will notify your, like, it's a software or is it?
Yeah, it's
okay.
there's hardware devices out in the field and then
Field.
that goes to the software at the shop.
Oh, okay. And how it works? Is it like some kind of a battery operated like? you
Yes,
said?
with an antenna.
Antenna on it? Okay,
We currently have them throughout the village.
okay.
They're no longer being, they're,
They're not
the ones that we
supported.
have are no longer being supported.
Oh, okay.
So we have to upgrade the system. So this is the upgrade to the system that we
So
currently have.
there's gonna be a new vendor basically. This is a new vendor which we are getting
It's
it
the
from?
same vendor as prior.
Okay,
We went to bid. There's obviously not many people in this market.
yeah. Mhm.
So we got 3 bids. Actually, we solicited 3 bids, 2 came back. This was the lowest of the bids.
Trustee Smith, please. You had a question? No?
No, let me,
Okay, go ahead.
real quick, being that these are obsolete, our units now, we're still getting that trade-in value of the $8,400 for the.
Correct.
For the old ones, and then that'll at least help us. How much water, we don't get a lot of water loss from a lot of the main leaks, do we, comparatively?
Well, we do pretty good, but we do leak surveys, you know, annually. This is a tool that's gonna be in place 24/7 that's gonna really help you keep that water loss down.
Okay, and there are more units going out then, I'm assuming, compared to what we have now in different areas, or is it the same amount?
I believe it is around the same amount,
All right,
and we can always add to the system.
okay.
Anybody else? Yes.
What is the cost of these and how many we're gonna get?
68,140. I think it's 68,140.
68140.
Right.
They're about $1,200 a piece.
Oh, okay. What's the lifespan on them?
I believe the battery is 15 to 20 years rated.
Oh, okay, thank you.
Anybody else? Roll call vote, please.
Trustee Light,
Yes.
trustee Meritato,
Yes.
trustee Pojek.
Yes,
Trustee Schroeder,
Yes.
trustee Schmidt,
Yes.
trustee Siddiqui.
Yes,
The motion to adopt ordinance 2024-63 is approved. Public discussion of agenda items. Is there anyone in the public that would like to address this board on an agenda item only? Anyone from public? None. Executive order, there is none. Adjournment, is there a motion to adjourn? Trustee Smith,
Motion to adjourn.
trustee Light.
Second.
Roll call vote, please.
Trustee Meritato,
Yes.
trustee Pojek,
yes.
trustee Schroeder,
Yes.
trustee Schmidt,
Yes.
trustee Siddiqui.
yes.
Trustee Light.
Yes.
This meeting is adjourned. Trustee Schroeder, you have the committee of the whole meeting.
All right. Thank you. I would like to call this committee of the whole meeting of Thursday, October the 17th, 2024 to order. Will the clerk please note who is present?
Noted.
All right. Does anyone have any additions or deletions?
Yes, I do.
Yes.
He's first.
No, go ahead.
He's first. Go ahead. I have long list.
You have one. What is it, Mayor?
Cricket game. Number 2, people's mandate. Number 3, mayor is corrupt. Number 4, workload on
So you have
departments.
4?
At least right now, yes.
All right.
What was number 2?
People's mandate,
People's mandate?
yes. And I believe number 4 was workload.
What was 3?
3 was mayor is corrupt.
Trustee Siddiqui, did you have your hand up?
Yes, I have Rats of Glendale Heights.
What is it?
Rats of
Rats?
Glendale Heights, yeah,
Rats, R-A-T-S.
RATS.
There we go.
So you want to discuss
Yeah,
that?
I want to discuss with them.
Anyone else? Very good. All right, let's continue. All right, these are committee reports. Does the Glendale Lakes Golf Club,
No report.
the Historical Committee,
No report.
the Ordinance Committee has no report. Parks and Rec,
No report.
Property Enhancement Committee,
There's a meeting upcoming on October 23rd. It's landlords and property managers meeting and presentation by community development. I'd like to see all the property managers and landlords in the village at these meetings so we can disseminate information to them.
is that it? All
Sorry?
right. Okay. The Senior Citizen Advisory Committee. I do have a report. All right, and I would just like to take a few minutes of your time to tell you that the senior center was built in 2010. And the reason was to keep our seniors very busy and active. And we all knew it wasn't going to be a moneymaker. But we did it anyway because that was very important to the staff here. We were told we were losing money and we would need money. Right now, I just want to tell you this. I've been a trustee for 24 years. For 24 years, the golf course lost money. This is the first year they're not losing money. I have a problem with the people that want to increase the cost for the senior centers for many reasons. We wanted slot machines so we could get extra money. We wanted that, a place where you sell pot and would make extra money. Where did all this extra money go? Why are we always penalizing the seniors? I do want to say this. I don't want to start trouble, but I am going to tell you this. The mayor's cost us a lot of money in legal fees. No, wait, this is not to be funny. I'm really serious. He's cost us a lot of money in legal fees, employees who were not happy and had issues. We've lost a lot of money, all right? And nobody has said anything about that. I have a problem when you pick on the seniors, okay? One meeting, they talked about charging for bingo. I do want to tell you this. I don't know about you, but I have gone to bingos at St. Matthew. I've gone at VFWs. You pay for the cards, but you never, never pay for the entrance, okay? And they have talked about doing that. Fortunately, that didn't materialize yet, okay? Let's see. Please be patient with me. We gave department heads increases, so we had extra money, all right? Because we wanted to keep them in tune with the surrounding communities. Well, the surrounding communities do not charge for their senior center and their seniors. Yes, you could say they don't have as nice a building as we have, and we do have a wonderful building, but let's not destroy it by hurting our seniors, okay? We don't have to charge this extra money. We could work at a loss for their senior center and their seniors. Pardon?
I think it's just echo what you said.
The speaker's messed up.
Yeah.
Oh, all right. Okay. I mean, we've had a lot of things that were not proper. We had a couple of vacations that they wanted to give away $2,000 cruises to employees, and I put a stop to that. I mean, these are things that should not happen, all right? And wait, please be patient with me, all right? Another meeting, the trustee said maybe we shouldn't have coffee. Now, how could you have a senior center without coffee? all right? Because some of the seniors don't put 25 cents in it. Do you know what? Yes, they should put the 25 cents in, but you can't penalize all the seniors because some of them don't put the 25 cents in. There is so many things that are going on. Our meetings are open meetings, so those of you who don't like what's going on at the senior center, come to our meetings and see what's going on. The other thing I want to tell you people is this, you know, you put us here and you could take us away. So when these trustees are voting for the seniors to be charged all these prices, you have a say-so. You can stand up and be counted. A lady wrote me this letter, and what she said is, it was, if she attended all the meetings that she likes to and that she's been attending, it would cost her $384 for the year. But that's just for her. If there were a husband involved, it would be another $384. I'm sorry, this is not what the senior center was intended to be, okay? You know, getting old is mandatory, but growing up is optional. We have to help these seniors. The other thing I want to tell you that on the plaque, we have a plaque outside of the senior center, and what it says is, dedications to people and seniors for fun, strong, we want them to be strong, and we want them to live longer. And so don't destroy what the senior center was intended to be. That's all I have to say. All right, thank
Mary,
you.
can I add something? Can I see?
Yes,
Yeah.
Mohammed.
Yeah, I just want to add, as a trustee, I believe it is my responsibility to ensure that our decisions reflect the best interest of all our community members, particularly our seniors who have given so much over the years and now rely on us to support them in their golden years. Today, I stand firmly against the proposed increase in prices for senior services. Our seniors depend on these vital services. For many, even a small increase can pose a significant financial burden, making it harder for them to access essential services that maintain their quality of life, health, and well-being. We must recognize that seniors often live on fixed incomes with limited flexibility to absorb rising costs. Asking them to pay more for the services they depend on would risk alienating the most vulnerable members of our community, forcing some to make difficult choices between basic needs. I understand that rising costs in the economy impact our village, but I believe there are other ways to address these challenges without placing an undue burden on seniors. This could include exploring alternative funding sources, seeking partnerships, applying for grants, or even implementing more efficient operational measures. We must keep the focus on our core mission to serve and protect the well-being of our seniors population. Raising prices undermines that mission. Instead of increasing costs for those who can least afford it, let's work together to find more sustainable solutions. I urge my fellow board members also to consider this proposal of hiking the prices and, do what is right. Thank you.
Pat.
The advisory committee worked 5-6 months trying to figure out the cheapest way we can go at the senior center. And I have reserved from 2011. We're talking 13 years ago. And there's prices in here that are higher than what the residents are paying now to seniors. Keith, can you explain it? That this is getting way out of hand and it shouldn't.
We knew when we built this that we were not going to make money on this. That was not the idea. What you're taking away from what it originally was.
Keith, can you please explain it?
You want me to? Keith, I'm
we're
sorry.
talking $1.
I thought you wanted me to.
We're talking
So-
$1. We're not talking
60
$30.
cents.
We're talking $1.
So,
Go ahead, Keith.
so I guess I'm gonna backtrack and just kind of get everybody up to speed on what we're talking about, because there's a lot of people in the audience that don't know what we're talking about. So when the budget was put together, one of the realizations was that the number that the senior center was in the deficit had gotten to a number where some people had said, we need to look at that and see what we can do to possibly hold that down a little bit. Staff and the advisory committee went through a list of stuff that was put together by staff of many different, there were at least 12 different proposals that we had. We landed on 2 proposals. Here are the 2 changes that we have recommended to make beginning on January 1st of 2025. The first one is to raise the membership rate that is currently $5 for a resident and $30 for a non-resident to $1 a month for a resident and $3 a month for a non-resident, or $12.36. The second increase that we've recommended is that for instructed fitness classes that we offer, where we get charged by an instructor for their services, that we would charge $2 per class for those classes to cover the cost of it. We created a punch card system. You can buy 11 punches for $20. We got it approved by the advisory committee. We went out, we did a marketing campaign with the seniors starting last week to let them know of the changes and asking for input, which we have received, and I know not all of it has been positive, and we've learned from that. So the whole concept of this was to come up with something that was fair, a true user fee for those that are doing it. The person that you got your letter from, who was at the Friday meeting, I'm sure, mentioned that it could be up to $380 per person. We did not take into account that there is somebody that could take 4 in-person classes. We also offer 4, in this proposal, there are still 4 free classes that are videos. We offer video classes. Currently, we offer 8 classes. So our plan, or the process that we went through, was to still let the residents have the opportunities to do what they've always done and to come up with a way that would offset some of those fees. Since our meetings, which we said at both the Friday and the Monday meeting, we had organizational meetings or informational meetings on Friday and Monday so that anybody could come in and raise their issues. At those meetings, we learned something. We didn't calculate $380, which is if every week, 52 weeks a year, we had a class every day. That's not realistic. That never would have happened. But we know that we need to come up with something else. So we're currently working on a proposal that will allow for a membership that will cap that number as a part of a membership. But we're just trying to regain the money that we put out for these items. That is the whole proposal that was put out there. It's a punch, it's $2, and rather than as it was in 2011, when the senior center was 1 year old, where they charged $7 per class back then, we're asking to charge $2, and it was $28 per month. You didn't get a day off. We're literally charging only if you attend the class. So if you come to the class, we punch your card. If you're sick, you're on vacation, you're all that, it is truly, if you show up, it's the only time you get charged. So those were the proposals that were put forward. That's kind of where we're at and how we got to where we're at. And Trustee Schroeder and I have had discussions about this, and the committee chose to go with these 2. We didn't do coffee. We didn't do many of the other things that were there because we tried to find things that were going to have a limited effect on people. We have 711 members of the senior center, according to senior center staff today, and this affects around 100 of them. There are 100 people that take our classes that currently would have to pay.
I'm speaking for the seniors because actually I don't attend any of these classes. I have a very busy social life, thank God, and I don't need these classes. But that's not what it was intended for people like me. It was intended for people who are staying home and now can go out. And the people that came to the Friday meeting were outraged with this. They thought it was horrible. I got more phone calls. I asked Jennifer, did you get any phone calls regarding this? Yes, she said, I did receive many. The seniors are not happy. This was for the seniors, not for the money. That's my problem. All right, we're here to help the seniors. I don't care what happened in 2011. I can't believe that we were charging $7 for something. But if you say we were, and you've got it in writing, I'm not gonna argue with you. I'm just saying, if something was wrong, let's correct it. All right, so if we were charging $7, I could see that we stopped doing that because it wasn't right to do. Now you want to install these prices and increases again.
And just one more thing.
That's my opinion. I'm speaking for the seniors. Linda made me the liaison for the seniors, and the reason she made me the liaison is so that when the seniors were to get hurt, I was to stand up for them, and that's exactly what I'm doing. If you don't like what I'm doing, I'm sorry. All right? Am I the only one that feels this way? I don't know. But again, you have this board. You can either make them or break them, all right? If you don't like what's going on, speak up, people. You've got a mouth and you should speak up. That's the end of my talk. All right. Does anybody want to?
Can I comment on this?
Yes, go right ahead.
Seniors' dues are increased 140% for residents.
What is your name, sir?
George Ferrara, Glendale Heights resident. Non-residents only went up 20%. And it's $2 per session for exercise class. Some people take six classes a week. That's $12 a week. That's $600 a year, not $300. And also the non-residents pay the same price. They pay $2 a class. However, us residents pay taxes that go toward this. Non-residents do not. Shouldn't they pay more for classes? I ask you.
Well, if you're asking me,
I'm asking the whole board, whoever's in charge. Their dues should be more, and they should pay more for classes. They're not paying taxes like we are.
well, someone said that they raised the residents, what was it, so much percentage?
140%. They went from $5 to $12.
And the
Non-residents went from 30 to 35. But that's a minor part of it. The $2 per class is where the money comes in. If the resident should pay $2, the non-resident should pay $4. They're not paying tax.
I think you're taking away from it. You can go to Naperville, they don't charge anything for you coming in. Do you know that next month we're going to Carol Stream? Now that I am involved in. We're going to Carol Stream to find out what their activities are for the next quarter, and they're having a luncheon for us, and we're not paying anything for it. And I'm not a Carol Stream resident. I mean, what is it with us? Help us. Come on, seniors, you have to speak up.
And many of these seniors go to other villages too for classes and their recreation. And I think we probably have more non-residents in our classes than residents. I would like to see them pay their fair share. That's all I have to say.
All right, thank you.
Mary,
Yes.
I need to correct one piece of information. We only, in that proposal, just so that everybody's aware, we only offer 4 classes that are in person, so they're the only ones that would be charged. So we only have 4 classes. The other classes are free. They will remain free. Anything that was a video will be free.
You have sit and fit, you have Tai Chi, you have yoga, you have Forever Fitness, Valerie, you have fitness with Penny.
There are 4 that actually meet on a regular basis. 2 of them alternate Fridays. So there's literally, you can only take 4 in-person classes at this time.
But one of the classes that they're charging for is also given to the seniors at Bloomingdale Township by the same instructor, and none of them are paying a dime. All right, so go on. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to take your time.
No, you're perfect. My name's Satnam Singh Mago, and I just wanted to, I appreciate what you just said, Trustee Schroeder, because, I've been coming to these meetings, and my dad has two sisters, one who's no longer with us, unfortunately, and a brother, and their spouses that live in Glendale Heights. So I have 6 aunts and uncles, 3 of which are still with us, 3 of which no longer with us, and they're all seniors. And I really appreciate what you're fighting for. In my family, in my culture, we don't throw away our elders. And I think that one of the things that I really want to touch on is that all of these services, and I really, really appreciate your passion, Trustee Schroeder, on this, because all of these issues, when we're passing the buck on a group of people that are on fixed incomes, that are feeling the heat of inflation the way all of us are, I think that that's not the people to penalize. There are workers within, and I know that some people don't see this as a benefit to take care of our seniors and to take care of those who are vulnerable within our society. But I think that we can all see that there is a benefit. Our seniors are people that took care of us when we were young, and it's upon us to take care of them when they're old. And if you think that a consumption tax of just $1 more, $2 more, for these vital things like yoga, for aerobics, for all of these different classes that do help with them with their health and all of that. There's so many other things that are worse for us to be spending our money on. And if we actually take care of our seniors, they are the next generation. They're the ones that usher in the next generation. So we should not take this as anything light. And honestly, they worked hard for all of us. So I'm so impressed with what you had to say, Trustee Schroeder. I really was thinking about my grandparents that are no longer with me, as well as my aunts and uncles that are no longer with me, and thought about how much senior services they've gotten in their lives because of the fact that government worked for them in that circumstance. And I don't want to see other seniors where the government doesn't work for them. So I really appreciate what you're doing here. And thank you so much for giving that voice to your community and to the voiceless. Thank you.
Thank you. Yes, Chester wants to say something, just.
Mr. Chairman, how many people are on your advisory committee?
6, 7, probably
Well, you and I don't vote.
maybe 7, but you
still- Aye.
Yeah, he votes.
I vote.
Yeah, yeah.
No, you don't vote.
Yeah, no, he's on the
You're
committee.
not a member, you're just there as a trustee.
No,
No one
he-
ever made you a member.
He's a member, you're the liaison.
I'm the liaison,
Yeah.
but he was not made a member.
As far as I've been told, he's,
All right,
I'm not gonna worry about
we're not
that,
gonna
but
argue
I
about
believe
that.
there's 7.
7, all right. All right, go ahead, Esther.
Hi, I'm Esther Wilk, and I'm sorry, Mary, I don't take any of the classes that you have to pay for, but I've been going there, and I love my senior center. I've been going there for years and years and years, you know that. Okay, when we were told that it went up to $12, I thought to myself, well, okay, I've been going there for almost 14 years, so what's the big deal? And I'm lucky that I could afford to pay for it. But the thing is that in 14 years, milk has gone up, meat has gone up, everything has gone up. So it's no big deal to me. I mean, it's $1 a month for that $12. So.
I wasn't referring to the initial cost, I was
Okay.
referring to the $2
Yeah, and see, I don't
charges
take
for-
any of those, but I exercise every day.
But do you attend those classes, Esther?
No.
See, I don't either.
No, I
But
go to
ones that do
the
are
gym.
not happy with it.
Yes, yes.
And that's who
So, Mary-
I'm speaking up for, the ones
So
that are
the-
not happy with
So the
it.
consensus of the seniors is that, I don't want to put words in anybody's mouth, but just so we can kind of move along. The consensus of the seniors is that the 60-cent per month increase from 40 cents a month at $5 a year to $12 a year at $1 a month is okay. The fitness class fee is what people have an issue with.
Yes.
No? Okay. Okay.
All right.
All right, we'll take this under advisement, and we'll take no action tonight, and we'll. Sure.
No? Okay, so the next thing I want to know is to thank that man there, sitting there, who thinks he's so important that he wants George to resign and stuff. He thinks he has so much power. I want to thank him for acting like a complete idiot that the whole world's seen, because everybody watches these. I go to different towns and they go, "Oh, God, you got that, Mayor?" And I said, "Yeah, we do." So I just want to thank you. Thank you for acting like a freaking idiot.
Mike, did you want to speak?
Thank you for your civilized language.
You know I don't listen to anything you say.
I know.
Hi, my name's Connie Barreras, and I am a member of the Senior Center. And I love our Senior Center. Our Senior Center is the best senior center in the area. I do take the yoga and Tai Chi classes, and there are free classes. There's 4 free classes. Jennifer has gotten a grant, so one of the instructor classes is also free. And I would rather pay $2 a class than have the instructor who instructs yoga go away, which would be another option, because then they wouldn't have to pay, they could just show us a video. I would rather pay the $2 because the instructor is so good. So I say to keep it. There are so many, for the $1 a month, there's pool tables, there's book club, there's quarterly library programs, there's people who meet and play cards, there's free exercise classes. There's so many free things. When we get the booklet, we go through it and we pick the things we want to go to and the things we don't want to go to. Some of them cost money. If we want to go to it bad enough, we pay the money to go to it. It's not like there wouldn't be exercise classes if people don't want to pay the $2. I want the yoga instructor. I am willing to pay the $2 for the class.
Does anyone else have something to say? Okay, we can go. Oh,
Just related to the seniors.
All right, you guys are, my name is Syed. You guys are talking about not having enough money. I see a water bottle in every desk over here. Why can't you drink the tap water like the majority of the people? Cut back on your own expenses. Seniors have worked their whole life, come to a point where they only outage they have at the senior center to meet each other, have some company, discuss things, exercise, and you guys are telling them when they're on a fixed income, like they said, expense of everything is going up, but they're on a fixed income, and their income isn't going up to make the difference. So I'm not sure what you guys are thinking. There are working class people over here. They can pay the money. The senior citizens don't work anymore. So think about that.
all right. Oh, yes, Pat.
Why don't we put this on the back burner and see what else we can come up with, or, it's up to the board, I don't know how they feel, but.
No, just put on, we've got to find a better plan, so.
So
go ahead.
Keith will get back with staff and talk about other options. This really isn't a board action, this is more
No.
about just conversation about everything. But we'll bring back something else for conversation.
I just want to say this in closing. The advisory committee is a lovely, lovely committee, but those people don't attend all these things, and that's why they could vote on it. And that's not fair. When you take a vote, you should vote, the people that vote should be the people that are, that are using it, not the people that just know about it. That's my argument. Okay, go on, Pat, you want to talk.
Who's
Say.
on the advisory committee?
I'm just gonna say,
Wait,
you just said that the advisory committee don't care.
I didn't say they didn't care, I said they don't attend them.
Okay, they don't attend them, But that doesn't mean that the advisory committee don't care about the residents or the seniors. These people on that committee worked about 4 or 5 months trying to come up with a plan, not to hurt any senior citizen. I mean, we're not here for that. We're here to help them. That's all we wanted to do, is try to generate a little more money, and this is what they came up with. So, I mean, they worked, so, I mean, don't say that they don't do anything, or
I
or
didn't
they,
say, I
or
said they
they
don't
don't
attend all
attend.
these classes.
Well,
Don't-
that still don't mean that they don't care about the residents.
I never said that. Don't put words into my
I'm
mouth.
not putting no words in your mouth, Mary.
All right?
I'm just explaining
can
to you.
speak for
What
myself.
you said, that they don't attend them. Right.
They don't attend all
okay,
these things.
They don't attend all the events, but they still attend and they still worry about the seniors. That committee, that committee's all senior citizens.
Yes, it is.
Okay, so I mean, they're not trying to cut anybody's throat. They came up with the best idea. Keep standing at all the meetings. They all kicked it around. This is the best plan that they came up with, and now we present it to the board. If the board don't like it, fine, no problem. That's the bottom line.
What do you want to say, Chester?
Well, I was gonna say, if I ever become a senior, I'll join your committee.
All right, guys, nothing else? Okay, let's go. Mike, you want to say something?
Michael Ontiveros, Glendale Heights. I had written something in regards to this, but I'm going to put it on the back burner because I really think that this should be tabled until the next administration comes in April of 2025. That would ensure some transparency and a smooth transition for the new village president and trustees and further explore what options we have. And no one's talked about, to us anyway, just what is the deficit that we're talking about, that we're looking at an increase.
In the budget, the budgeted deficit for the senior center was a little over 300.
Are we?
Thousand.
Yeah, I was going to say 300,000. That sounds a little bit, okay. And if we institute this policy of the additional dollars, where will that get us?
It'll get us just under 300,000.
Nothing.
Seriously.
And how much did the golf course work with the deficit of? Well, you were in charge and you know.
So.
It was pretty much the same.
But we solved that problem, right? And we're not looking to solve this problem. We're certainly not going to increase.
Well, I just said that if that one isn't working at a deficit now,
No, I understand.
leave the seniors
Well,
alone.
we have no intention, ever, of trying to break even on the seniors. It's never gonna happen. All we're trying to do is get reimbursement for the instructor fees that we pay the instructors to come in and teach the seniors. That's the basis of all of this. And raise the fees a little bit, just to kind of offset some of the costs. This does nothing to impact the deficit that the senior center has, right? It's at 300,000. Next year, it's gonna be at 325, the year after that, it's gonna be at 350. If we don't do something to stem the tide a little bit, to bring it back to a reasonable deficit, right? That's the whole purpose of that exercise with the council, was to try and figure out where that deficit, to not let it continue to grow out so that at some point in 10 years, it's 500. Right? Because that's where we're going to be at if we don't do something soon to try and offset some of the losses.
I don't know what to say, Mike. You have anything better to say?
Well, again, I really think that we should, look further into the situation, see what other options may be viable, whether it be partnerships, grants, if they exist, or private contributions from agencies like myself, who has a business here in Glendale Heights. I've never been approached to see if I want to contribute monies for any kind of activities here in Glendale Heights. And I'm a business. So if there's something that I can do to help our community, whether it be, as you say, a fishing derby or the senior center, no one's called me in the last 4 years, to my knowledge, and has asked me for any kind of donation. And I'm more than willing to give it.
Well, we will be.
Thank you. I appreciate that. But anyway, but I just think it should be tabled
know
till the
what?
next, because we have, what, less than 6 months, as an example, where we're going to have a new administration. And the course can change considerably depending upon who the village president is, who the trustees are. So this gives everybody an opportunity to understand what's being done, what's the vision, and where we're going. But I don't see any rush to get this done in the next 2 months.
Another thing, I also feel that with the election coming up and we're gonna have a new regime over here, those people should make this decision, not these people. Because we're gonna get 3 new people on this board probably, all right? So maybe they should have something to say. You guys are rushing into everything.
So Keith, I think your plan is to implement these fees from January 2025, correct?
Correct.
So I think we are now in consensus that maybe put this on table for till the next administration. Okay, yeah, I'm fine with that.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. All right, let's go on, all right? And the mayor has 4 things he wants to talk about.
Number one, I want to talk about cricket game. The cricket game was those 3 feet from Camera Park was given to one person, Suhail Bari, whose brother-in-law is sitting on my right side, unfortunately. And in 2018, village paid $250,000 to renovate those grounds. That's good news. We should have put that money, and I agree that was the right move. But what happened after that? Those ground in 2021 was given to same Suhail Bari for $5,000. In 2022, I came and I signed that contract for $30,000, 30. These people sitting around me, 6 supermen, they did not agree with me. They canceled that contract and they gave to Suhail Bari. But the good news is Suhail Bari was charged $30,000. So $25,000 because of Chaudhary Kokar, Mayor of Glendale Heights. Then 2023, I talked with these supermen. I said, go outside for bid and provide equal and fair opportunity to residents as well as visitors. So we did that, and bid came $120,000 first bid. Second bid came $100,000. Third bid was $33,000 from this on my right side, Trustee Siddiqui, his brother-in-law, $33,000. So this gap about, 120 minus 30 is $80,000. Where was that money going, to just one pocket, Suhail Bari. And this trustee on my right side, he never spoke on that. And today he said he's working for the best interest of resident of village of Glendale Heights. He is not. He is working for the best interest of his family. If we have received that $120,000, we should have spent that money on senior citizens, on children, on our police. We do need money, but these supermen, they don't want money come to a village, They block that, If they agree or if they tell me, I will bring same people and they will pay the $120,000, And bad part is these people, these candidates and Siddiqui and his brother-in-law, they are spreading false news among those people that mayor stopped, those fields, He stopped, cricket game. I did not stop, I love cricket game, number one. Number two, I love those people, they come and play cricket. This is very healthy and this provides, sport. But this has been blocked by these 6 people, I have no to say because I have no vote. This is not me, this is these trustees, number one. Number two is people's mandate. I am here because of my resident. They voted me in, and I am here as their custodian. I am here as a president of Glendale Heights. I am caring of my resident. I am working for the best interest of my resident. Mayor is corrupt. I don't know. these candidate, new candidate, they go outside and they talk about shit about me. They say mayor is corrupt. Without any proof, I know those, I will not announce those names. Those are sitting over here. Mayor is corrupt. I am not using village credit card. Mr. Flint, did I return you that village credit card?
Yes.
Do I use?
No.
Did I use before that? How long I kept in my pocket?
Only when I mention it, then you return it. Yes. Yeah, also you have to put this in record, Flint.
This is Bari's doggy. Okay, so in other words, I do not have secretary because of these retaliatory actions by stubborn, obnoxious people and people who believe in nepotism. I did not hire anybody from my family. I did not hire any relative from my side. I did not hire any friend of mine. How I'm corrupt? I'm not using credit card. I do not sign check. I do not purchase anything. If someone goes to my office, I am out of stationery. I'm out of these pens. I do not have anything, And still I'm corrupt because I'm working to me for the best interests of people. And these 6 rats, they are claiming I'm corrupt. Anybody who brings proof that this mayor got contract, for his relatives or friend, I will resign right away. Anybody proves that I accepted bribe in awarding contract, I will resign right away. I am that person. So I'm not worried about these people and this board, I depend upon my resident, but I feel that a candidate who go outside for vote, tell what you want to do. Don't blame me for, don't accuse me falsely. And one resident came to me and he mentioned that candidate came and said, mayor is corrupt, Please prove, bring any piece of paper that I am corrupt. If you want to go for election, go for your own merit. Don't talk shit about me, I'm not a corrupt person, number one. I know who am I. My DNA is clean, is not infected, My father was honest person, he was doing same thing. And I'm the same guy, I do not accept bribe, I do not take, gift, I do not favor, I don't believe in favoritism. That's the reason the people, the director, all those officials which I hire, they are not my relatives, they were not my friends. I hire on merit, qualified people, well experienced, and how to apply their qualification and experience on this village functions, I am that person. Number 4, let me explain next one. Okay, mayor is corrupt. Then, okay, so workload. We have a public works director position opened. We have community department director position open. We have village administrator position opened. These trustees are blocking my way to hire those people. But I will not stop. I will pay. It's my right, it's my privilege, it's my authority to announce that position, number 1. Number 2, take, first interview, all that. Then I will present those position to these trustees, It's up to them. They want to retaliate, keep obstinate, obnoxious. It's up to them. They are not here for resident of the people, Glendale Heights resident. They are here for their personal interest. Anybody can prove, they can laugh, but bring any proof that this village mayor, he took bribe from anybody. I gave contract and I accepted any favor, any kind of favor. I am not using village car. Former mayor used to use, village car plus administrator or secretary. She used to go everywhere. She came to my house 3-4 times on village car with the secretary, with the village administrator. I'm not using that. Mr. Flint, I'm using that.
No.
So how I am corrupt? Because here a bunch of people, they think they are big shot. They are not. And I have announced my candidacy. I have completed my basic requirement signature. I am running. People love me. And thank you for listening. Any question I will take.
Madam Chairman,
All right.
can I?
You're
Since
all
my
through.
name has
Okay,
been.
go ahead, Mohammed.
Yeah.
You have the floor now.
Yeah. So since my name has been taken, just to be on the record. Okay, Suhail Bari, yes, he is my wife's sister's husband. So I don't know if it's brother-in-law or whatever. Because since I've been hearing this for the last 3 years, and so you do guys, cricket, brother-in-law, all this. For the record, I remain abstained in voting when it comes to the cricket. And Mr. Flynn, you can check the record or you can bring the record. In both times, I was remain absent because it was a conflict of interest for me. And the mayor has no vision for this city. Let me be very clear. He has no vision. The only thing he talks about cricket and insulting others, including myself and the rest of my trustees. I do not agree sometimes with my fellow trustees, but that doesn't mean that I'm going to start talking and insulting them and talking about their families. That's the lowest you can go. That's below the belt. That is very, very low you can go. We respect each other. We get along with each other. Mr. Mayor even used the skin and race in this village. My skin, I think, is the same as his, and I belong to the same. And I have no problem interacting with any of this. I do not have any problem with any of our police officer. I do not have any problem with any of our employees. We get along very well. The core reason is I give respect and I earn respect. The respect is something which you do not ask, you earn that by giving the respect. So if you are keep calling us rats, corrupt, and calling us that we are stealing, I mean, on her left, I have utmost respect for Mary Schmidt. And he openly calls her that she's stealing money and cannot prove a shred of any evidence. How can you play or put those allegations without? And he's been doing this for long. I mean, it's been almost like 3.5 years. The same rhetoric, the same, but now there is an improvement. Now what he is doing, he is including the most nicest person, Mr. Pappas. I mean, Pappas is that kind of person who I think cannot, he has a smile on his face every time. And you go from any place in the neighborhood, Pappas, you will always hear good words about him. And the way he is conducting our, he's leading our police, I have not a single complaint. I've been, it's almost 3.5 years, and I have utmost respect for him, for his police. But now, Mr. Mayor, since he is not getting, taking his dictatorial dictation, he is blaming him. He is blaming, and he's asking his resignation. And on the top, he's asking the resignation of Berlin as well, the state attorney. So if you look at it, and now he's saying that he's not corrupt, but what about those legal expenses which incurred in your regime? When our HR director, filed a harassment lawsuit, how much money we spent on that? I mean, if I go just, I think it's more than 600,000, the village, the amount of the money which is for his legal cost. And still there is a one, which is still going on about the secretary. So all these things, and the last one, which he said he is win the landslide victory, it's only 2 votes. Only 2 votes. Mr. Ontiveros is only short of 2 votes, and the only reason is because Linda was taken off from the ballot. Had Linda is on the ballot, you won't see this person sitting over there. So I want to clear this, and I think now this cricket thing needs to be over because residents wants to hear something else. Every time the same thing, brother-in-law, cricket, pets, children are working, wife's lights, wife is problem. I mean, I am sick and tired of listening to all those things again and again and again. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Okay, I will respond to this guy, you know.
Hi.
Number one,
We have somebody in the audience who
Yeah.
wants to speak. Her name is Cheryl. Is that,
Mayor, we have one more item before we
I
have
know.
one more item.
I reserve right to respond him, you know.
I think he's got one more.
We have one more item before we get to public comment.
Yeah, we
I think,
still have-
I think
I'm sorry.
trustee Siddiqui has something.
Yeah, so rats of Glendale Heights, so just a disclaimer, not those rats which Mr. Mayor just said, but these are the real rats. So, Mr. Flint, I've been approached by some residents, and this was also the discussion in our last coffee with board and the mayor. So where are we with this rat issue in the
So
Sherwood
there's-
area? Yeah.
There's a rat issue on the south side of town in a condominium area. There's an infestation. It's all on private property. We've been issuing citations to the homeowner association and the private property owners to make the eradication, not moving at the village's pace, if you will. We've had one meeting, we have another meeting tomorrow with the owners and the tenants of the locations where they're at. And if they don't step up their efforts to move it along at a much faster pace, the village is already contracted with our exterminator that we use here at the village. We have a plan in place. We know what they can do and how they would go about doing it, and they promised us they would take care of the problem. If we don't come to an agreement with the landowners tomorrow, the village will step in and take over the eradication thereof. And if they don't want to help, if they don't want to pay their cost of it based on how many rodents there are, the village will lien the properties of those owners.
Okay.
But the village takes it very seriously, and we've already got a plan in place with our exterminator. But because it is on private property, we do have to work through them. But the statute allows us, for this purpose, to kind of go on private property and take care of the situation ourselves.
Okay, thank you.
I have to respond to Siddiqui, Trustee Siddiqui, you know, because.
All right, please make it faster. 'cause we
Yes,
have,
number one, he mentioned, you know, that he's working for the best and mayor is, you know, everything, you know, for what he wants to say, you know, evil, you know. I'm not number one. Cricket, he never mentioned, he never talked, you know, that his brother-in-law paid 5,000 while bid was $120,000. Ma'am, can you stop? Can you please stop her? She's interrupt, you know. I mean, this is what they are doing, you know. I mean, the bunch of people, like 15, 10 people, you know, they come and they, you know, make noise.
Let's let the mayor speak, so. we
Cricket,
can move on.
okay, he never, do you condemn your brother-in-law? Do you condemn the part you played in getting contract in 2022 for $30,000? Yes or no?
What part did I pay?
You were participating in all those activities, in all those meetings. You fought for that. That's the reason you got,
I think
you know,
the
from
only
5
thing
to
is
30.
the
Number
vote.
one. Number two, you wanted job for your wife, right or wrong? Yes or no?
There you go.
He wanted job for his wife, and he says, no, I have his application. Still, I have copy of that. And he said, Mayor, exempt test for her. I'm mayor, I cannot exempt. I said, if I exempt one test, I have to exempt 20 tests, you know, for 20 people. I did not do that. And I said, I am against getting job, you know, I don't believe in nepotism. So I said, if she wants, she has to pass test and she can do part-time, you know. I have her application. Any question, any answer?
You
No.
can
We're not
keep,
getting any.
Okay,
keep
banquet hall,
lying, keep lying.
banquet hall, banquet village, this village used to waste public money, your money, about $5 to $6, $7, $800,000 per year. When I became mayor, I stopped that. We leased that out.
Yes,
We are saving that much money. Next,
let's
ma'am, let
finish
me,
this.
legal expenses.
She's the
That-
chairman here.
Not because of mayor.
You are the chairman.
Legal
You can
expenses
stop.
came because of these
Otherwise, he
trustees.
will be keep going. I mean, we don't have time for all this. Yeah. We don't have time for this. Hey, you keep quiet over there.
No. Yeah, this is my right, I'm responding, I'm responding, you can, this is what you are doing, You don't let me talk, when it's my turn, I'm responding.
Use the constitution.
You let me talk, That's the reason, you are like, all these corrupt people are like on one bundle, Don't act like that, you look stupid,
That's uncalled for.
That's it.
Next is a property inspection rules and regulation.
I cannot take
Property
this
inspection
anymore,
rules and regulation.
Enough of this, enough of
Why
this,
he's talking? It's
this
my
is
turn.
too much.
It's my turn.
These stupid
Why-
rats, what kind of
Why is talking? It's my turn.
Can you stop?
It's my turn.
Can you stop him?
It's my
This guy,
turn. Why is-
We need to get back to order of the business for the village.
Why is he talking,
We
It's
still
my
have,
turn.
we
I'm
have a
responding.
resident,
I'm going one question by question.
we have a resident that still wishes to speak.
Let me speak,
Did you want to move on, Mary?
Why he's interfering again and again? Because he knows he's guilty,
We're-
He has no remorse. He has no regret.
Cheryl, do you want to?
So next is inspection, property inspection rules, Is there any
Mayor, the
person
chair-
from
The
property?
chair is moving on. The chair is moving on.
I have to respond,
Cheryl, is that?
Are you going to stop me over here?
Yes.
Not you.
Yes, you know what?
No,
We're going
I'm
through the
I'm
same
responding to
thing over
Siddiqui.
again.
And
Good
you have six
evening.
people you together and you are
Hello.
stopping me.
Mayor,
You're done.
you can.
Hello.
No, don't say you're done. She's here.
Speaking.
Mayor,
Speaking.
the chair is recognizing Ms. Britt.
Floor. Thank you.
Good
But this
evening.
is, the thing is, they are stopping me to answer
Good
all those
evening,
Siddiqui's answers.
Mr. Coker,
Keep speaking, Mayor. I want to know what you got to say.
Yeah, the thing is,
We're on video. I want to
on
know.
inspection,
This is a live
there
broadcast.
we removed inspection, unnecessary rules, property inspection rules. We removed, 70% unnecessary rules and regulation. We have 30% rules, and I am going to streamline all those rules more, Is there any person from,
Please state your name.
community department?
Let's
Any
continue
person
on.
from community department?
Talking. Don't let him stop you.
That's the
Marietta
reason,
Britt.
this is the reason you are together.
I am a
You don't let
longtime
me
resident
speak.
of Glendale
You don't want
Heights,
people know,
and I would like to speak, Mr. Coker.
Oh, I'm talking with her, When I'm talking,
Yeah, but you've been-
Siddiqui speaks, other day, I mean, they're acting like stupid,
I know, but you.
He won by 2 votes, I won. His 1 vote is 1.
You know
You
what?
cannot say 2 votes.
Mary.
I did not steal money. I did not get
The
contract.
chairperson
Who is
of the
the
meeting
chair?
is trustee Schroeder.
I thought
Let
we
her
were
run the
following
meeting,
Robert's
please.
rules, and
Let's
Robert rules
continue on with this
dictate
meeting.
that there is a chair.
Right.
All right, now my 3 minutes have started. Mr. Mayor, 2 weeks ago in our board meeting,
If she said, Mr.
You-
Mayor, I have to respond,
wait.
I
well,
reserve my
well,
right if she
I
said,
am.
yes.
I am going to ask you
No,
a
no,
question.
When she said Mayor, then I have right.
This lady has.
Mr. Mayor,
If she says yes,
You
I have to
accused-
respond,
one of our village residents of stealing. You accused her of theft. I'd like to know. I mean, you've accused everybody of stealing. Why don't you put it down on paper and put your proof down in an organized fashion? Because all you do is we spout out and everybody gets all worked up. But you've made accusations, but no one has seen any proof. You've said that you are the mayor. We want to talk about streets. We want to talk about water.
We want to talk about our village. We want to talk about our senior center. What do we talk about? Cricket. I thought that was tabled 3 years ago. According to Robert's rules, it was tabled and put aside. It should not continuously be brought up. I want a village. We used to be a nice village. We could conduct our business. We could disagree, but we disagreed respectfully. I have lived in this village since 1977, and I have never, we're acting like the city of Chicago. We're a resident, we have 34,000 people, 35,000 people. We should not be conducting ourselves like this. No one should be calling another person racist. And I'm looking right at the person that throws that around all the time. That's terrible. It's embarrassing.
Racism is.
Oh, who are you telling about racism?
I'm Mexican. I live with it every day.
I live it
Don't wash it.
But here's the
Why
point.
you are using gravel?
But here's the point.
No.
We want to get back to.
You get your
This
fa-
guy is using a.
Please get your
Gravel
hand
here.
out of my face.
Why you are using gravel, you know?
You have the floor. Continue and finish. Let's go.
Time's over.
It's got 12 seconds.
Who's managing the meeting? I would,
Pojok was graveling, you know.
we as
Look his
residents
face.
want to get
Look
back
his ugly
to,
face, you know.
Oh, man.
I keep continuously
Look
getting
his face, you know.
interrupted.
He was using, you know, not married.
Please finish. Please.
I'm trying to finish.
Your time will be extended during this.
Thank you.
That's what he says.
But here's the point. We have people in the village that have put their heart and souls into this village.
Consider the source.
We should be supporting those people. I will tell you, Cheryl works hard. I have stood on that corner watching her to be a crossing guard. I've stood on there 5 days in the past week watching her cross the kids. The kids are happy to see her, but yet she's accused of stealing from the village. What did she, as a resident, what has she stolen? That's not the way we want to be treated in Glendale Heights. That's not fair. We want to get back to business.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right, Cheryl, where are you?
Let me respond to this lady, you know. Let me
Maybe.
Would you
respond.
step
Mayor,
up
it's
to
a
the
public
podium?
comment now.
I mean, when she addressed my name,
They're addressing the.
no.
I'm going to
she
pass
mentioned-
because this
I
is
have
just,
proof, you
what
know.
I want to say will
I
be
have-
not listened to. So at this time, I'm going to just let you, Mary, take over and finish this so we can go
I
home.
want to speak.
All right, you know what?
Look, she is giving direction, you know. Same one group, you know, 10 people, they are controlling everything, you know.
Tika,
Who are you to tell, you know?
Tika, I think you have the floor.
T, what do you want to say?
Oh, I'll keep it brief because it's not on any topic, that you guys are going on about. Well, I'm Martika King and been a resident, mental health counselor. And basically want to say that I've really been pleased with my neighbors. I mean, the thing that impresses me about Glendale Heights is it's been an extremely neighborly town to me. And we all respect one another. And I wasn't concerned about backgrounds, to tell you the truth, but I do have a diversified neighborhood. And just want to say that I was curious about the breakdown in Glendale Heights, so I consulted our administrator and found out that just the breakdown of our people is 33% Hispanic, 29% white, 22% Oriental, 10% black, and 5% other. So that's just what the board knows, and the board represents their people, and they know the distribution of the people in the town. Now, what I also want to add, just to add briefly, is that we do have a major election coming up, and I want the people of the village to know that you can start early voting at the Sport Hub this Monday. So it's important that we vote in this election. Personally, I humbly submit that I feel if Donald Trump is not elected, the country is ruined. I respect other people's opinion.
Tika,
and-
let's not get national, let's keep it all local.
God bless you
I
guys.
thank you. I think the meeting has come to.
We have to finish public.
Meeting,
We have to
I'm gonna
finish
speak.
public comment.
We have to let people talk.
We have to let everyone talk.
Tony Andrade, Glendale Heights resident. This is terrible. I pay a lot in taxes. I have several homes in this town. The seniors should be drinking their coffee for free in their classes. I'm not a village expert, just an opinion. Have a few questions. Yes, the cricket stuff, I hear it for 3 years. I just want to know, is the guy, Mr. Siddiqui, is the guy really your brother-in-law?
He will not speak now.
Oh, now he won't speak. Did this council allow somebody that offered 100,000 for the cricket field, let that go away and gave it to somebody for 30,000? Is that what I'm understanding? That's really what happened? How are you working for the people? Because that could have been coffee money. That could have been money to hire the people that help at that senior center. That money could be used. What are you guys doing? You can sit here and fight amongst yourselves. It's not okay. We see what's happening. Mr. Pappas, Chief, you do a great job. Don't misrepresent what I'm about to say. I'm concerned if some of your officers, for them to get proper psychological help if they need it. There was an incident that a person took his wife's life away
Look,
and
we had
his
enough
own
on that.
life.
I'm sorry.
Please help them. That's
Stop
all I'm
it.
asking. I'm not getting political. I think we should find a remedy. I have family members that are police officers. They need for us to get involved. That's a question I just have. Can we help them? Is there any way
They
we're
were.
helping them?
They were,
They were.
they were.
There no longer are?
No, they're ongoing, but they were. That's all we're gonna say about it. We're not gonna talk about that incident at all, period.
Understandable. I can respect that. Guys, get it together. I pay too much taxes. They do too. They can laugh and make fun of all of you guys. We're not okay with it. What are you doing with our tax dollars? Our water bill that you promised and you did something with our water bill the beginning of the year, my water bill doubled. Just last month, they came double the amount. What are you doing about our water bill? The seniors can't afford the water bill that I just got. What are you guys doing? I'm not here on anybody's side. I have a question. I'm a resident. Don't be mad at me. And don't keep quiet either, because a lot of people in politics keep quiet when they have something to hide. Defend yourself if I'm incorrect. That's it. Thank you.
thank you. Meeting to be adjourned.
We have to see, is there-
Oh, you had
is there
something?
anybody
Okay,
else who wants to
Mary,
speak?
can I respond to this lady, you know?
I think there's someone else.
Oh, Ed, oh, all right, go ahead, Ed.
Ed Pope Wayne Avenue. Sorry, Mike.
Sorry, yeah.
You know, Coker, I watched the last meeting again just so I was sure before I came here, and you're talking about two sides out of your mouth, the same thing. You said.
This is your
No, wait.
perception, this is your
No, no.
personal opinion.
I'm
Last
just
time
saying-
what you-
I just
listen,
want you to clarify what you
Last
said.
time what you said, you know,
I just
that
want you to
was your
clarify what
personal
you-
opinion, and that personal opinion is formulated because your wife is working for the same chief. Is she working or not?
My wife's
Is she
been a
working
loyal
or not?
employee for 25
That is
years.
nepotism, that I want to stop, you know. And you are telling to outside for getting vote, mayor is
I
corrupt.
just want you to
You
answer a
told, I can
question.
bring that people, you know, over here.
You what?
I can bring those people you talk that mayor is corrupt, you know.
I didn't.
I did not mention your name first, but yes, I do.
I just want you to
going
answer a
outside and telling
question.
people
You
he's
said.
corrupt. Bring me a single piece of paper, you know. I am corrupt.
Thank you, Mary. You said that the board is
Listen, I
blocking.
know you for many years.
Listen, I just want you to answer the
Yeah.
question. You said the board is blocking your way to hire for jobs.
Yes.
But in the last meeting, last 2 weeks ago, you said that you do not hire anyone. You were asked directly the question, you said you do not hire anyone.
I do not hire anyone, but there are certain position I appoint those. That then has to be approved by the board.
You
Where
also
board
said you
isn't
don't.
stopping, you know.
You also
If
said you don't sign
you
any
have
checks.
interest,
Your name
you-
is on every check that goes out of the village. Don't you sign every check? Don't you have to approve every check as the mayor?
No, I don't sign any check,
Is, Doug, is his name on the checks or not?
Every check.
The mayor's name is on every payroll check and on every contract.
Correct.
He approves them, correct?
Correct.
No, I don't. I just sign.
Oh, so
Well, you just said you don't
Yeah.
sign, now you're saying
No,
you
no,
do
no,
sign.
I don't sign, no, I don't sign check.
Am I wrong?
No, I don't sign check,
Yeah, I don't sign,
I
I
do
sign.
not
I
sign
don't-
check. Checkbook is not with
He
me.
has no idea what he's
Don't try
talking about.
to,
Yeah.
I do not have check, village checkbook.
He sign or he doesn't sign?
No,
I
I
don't know,
do not
I'm asking
sign
you
check.
gues.
You know, you ask him, he say he sign,
I
then
do
he
not.
say he doesn't
No,
sign.
no, I do not sign.
He's
check.
confused.
No,
Okay.
I do not sign.
All right,
I
last,
do not have village checkbook with me. My name is not on the account,
all right,
What I
thanks,
know,
Mary. Then lastly, you got enough troubles up here. I want to thank Bill, because I brought up that sidewalk. We had a very dangerous condition over there by Hall School. I brought it up to Bill, and he got it fixed immediately. And I want to thank you, because we walked that sidewalk every day to school, hundreds of kids, and they did a great job with the repairs.
That's not me, that's him.
Well, you brought it to him, though, so I appreciate it. That's it, thanks. Oh, wait, no, one more thing. If you bring my wife up one more time, you're gonna have another lawsuit at the
If,
village.
listen, if you tell to people he's corrupt, I will file lawsuit against you.
We have anyone else?
That's more than, I have those witnesses with me. You are telling outside false information.
People get assaulted
You are.
here. This is like Cicero, Illinois. People are getting assaulted.
Shut up.
At board meetings?
Darling, what do you want to
This is
say?
Kim?
Would you call that man out of order? Mary, tell Mr. Andrade he cannot.
You are
So, Mary-
being instructed by, clerk. That's the reason.
Continue this.
You cannot instruct, chair.
I can do
No, you cannot do
what I
it.
want.
No, you cannot do it.
Mayor, we have a
You cannot.
resident who's looking to speak.
Focus!
Kim, you're
Let's
recognized by the chair.
Focus.
Keith, dang it, that field looks beautiful, but that's not what I'm here for. What is happening with Heritage Park? Is that on any list to be done? Are they going to do the path around the park? Do we have any information on Heritage Park?
So what I can tell you is that we're currently studying the Lake Becerra in that area.
Yes.
So there isn't plans set at this point, but we are looking at it as we speak.
So currently, we're under engineering to restore the perimeter of the Lake Becerra.
Yes.
Because the infrastructure is kind of crumbling.
Okay.
So we have engineering going on as we speak to stabilize the shoreline.
They said I couldn't.
We have a grant that we've applied for that we're waiting, because it's $1 million project to do that. So we're under engineering to stabilize the shoreline, and then we are looking for a grant from the EPA to help fund the shoreline stabilization of the lake.
Okay. And that's something that's proceeding right now?
We're currently our engineers are currently designing
Okay.
the shoreline stabilization.
Okay. Anything with that path that goes around the park? Or that's going to be looked at after the stabilization?
Well-
Someone had mentioned that it's crumbling. I'm just
It is.
interested in knowing.
It is.
It is?
It is
What
in
we,
spots.
what we can't
Okay.
do really is go in there, fix it, and if we're gonna get the grant, it's gonna get tore up with all the heavy equipment that's gonna be in there to
Right, okay.
bring
that
all the
makes
rock
sense.
and everything else in to
Right.
stabilize it. So
Right.
we'll go out and check it and make sure it's safe,
Okay,
but we're not gonna create any huge repairs to it until we know for sure whether we're gonna have the grant or not for the shoreline stabilization.
okay. Now, I'm going to be snarky. I understand you want to do the senior center, and I love the senior center. But we are not going back to $300,000 to $500,000 a year in the hole like a golf course. Is that correct?
The current deficit is that, yes.
Correct, and I understand that. But for 25 years, we paid money, $300,000 to $500,000 a year for a golf course that didn't need to be paid. I don't want that happening again. Are we in agreement on that?
Yes.
Oh, definitely.
Yes, we are.
Oh, yeah.
We're in agreement on not going in the hole for another 25 years to $300,000 to $500,000 a year. Yes?
Yes.
Thank you. And now do whatever you'd like with your senior center.
Mary, if there's anybody else in the public that wishes to speak, we have to allow them to speak.
Nada Jaze, Glendale Heights.
State your name, please.
Nada Jaze, Glendale Heights. So what I'm really noticing with everything right now is that a lot of people are worried about, finances, and everybody's going back and forth. And I know you guys do a great job. And I'll be, just out there and just say, we should have a financial committee. People need to know where, not know where their money is going, but have a vote and have a say. For example, my kids are signed up for soccer at the Sports Hub, and we went, and it was like a mess. And the guy that was, not saying that, you guys are not doing a great job, I just feel like there's so much potential at Sports Hub that could really bring in even non-residents, because as a mom, I'm looking at Glen Ellen, I'm looking at Carroll Stream, I'm looking at other places to take my kids, because at Sports Hub, it's just not as organized as I wish it would be. And, I don't want to bring this up just to cause anything, but yes, cricket is a thing in the Indo-Pak community. There's a lot of kids that are on the street playing cricket. And, this would generate new income for Glendale Heights in a new way, that it could bring, outside residents to become a part of a cricket league in some sort of way where we're charging extra fees and we could make more money that way. So that's what I'm saying, having a financial committee that could have people vote for things that they want to see in the community, in the village, would help generate income some way, somehow. So it's just an idea. I'm not saying that it should be cricket. It should be, something that we could consider where we're giving the voice to the people and working with the execs as well. So thank you guys for all that you guys are doing. You're doing a great job. Keith, thank you for being so responsive with, all of that. And we're looking forward to all the activities that are coming in through Sports Hub too. And hopefully it just keeps expanding. So thank you.
Thank you.
Hello, my name is Beanish. Yes, we're still here, still unpaid, trustee light. I know it's shocking to imagine that people might actually care about their cities without getting a paycheck. But here I am, standing right in front of you, and yes, before you rush to point out that I'm not a resident, true, I'm not. But funnily enough, I've been to more city council meetings than some people who actually live here. Go figure. Speaking of residents, remember back in April, May, when you were still stringing us along with that ceasefire resolution, accusing us of being paid actors? Some non-residents held a silent protest with a ceasefire now sign and Palestinian flags off the side, by the way, without interrupting the Memorial Day service. And yet, Trustee Light, you were apparently so outraged that you told one resident, "I'm not going to be the voice for our community because of that." Wow, hypocrisy at its finest, folks. Oh, and around the same time, you tried to call me out for not being a resident, as if I could scream all I want, but my opinion didn't matter. Funny how that works. So by your logic, the actions of non-residents shouldn't have bothered you either. Let me remind you, your job as a trustee is to serve all of the people in this community. And now you're running for mayor? That's terrifying. Now I know everyone loves to point the finger at Mayor Coker, like he's the root of all problems. But have you read that lawsuit against the village about the secretary who faced discrimination? I see your name, Trustee Light. I see Trustee Pojak, Trustee Siddiqui, most of all Doug Flint, more times than the mayor, really. But sure, keep pointing fingers. Let's talk about the chaos in these meetings. Every single one I've been to, a disaster. And it's not just because of the mayor. Trustee Meritato, you can't resist jumping in with your unhelpful gaslighting comments. Trustee Schmidt, do you ever plan on speaking up, or are you just going to sit there forever? Trustee Schroeder, I was gonna say, I know the boys won't let you have a say in anything, but I hope you demand the space you deserve. And man, were you on fire today. So I have to applaud you on that. Trustee Siddiqui, Mayor Coker, it's downright embarrassing to see the way you two, as people of color, fight with each other. My teenage kids don't even argue like that. How can we expect you to support our communities when you can't look at each other in the eye without snapping? Do better. And Trustee Pojek, I have to ask, why are you always so angry? You can't address a coworker or a resident with a shred of decency? If this job's too much for you, maybe it's time to hang it up. Glendale Heights deserves so much better. And back to Trustee Light. Trustee Light, as a mayor, as a leader, your job will be to make your community feel safe. Yet time and time again, you've spewed dangerously racist and uneducated rhetoric that makes all of us feel unsafe. And what's your reasoning? That you haven't read the Quran. Really? That's your excuse for fueling ignorance and division in a community that's supposed to trust you?
Ma'am, I think
I
your
just have
time's
to wrap
over.
it up. 1 second.
Time is up.
I'm sorry, but
should
if
stop
running
talking.
for mayor, you might want to learn about the people you're supposed to represent instead of hiding behind your lack of knowledge as a shield for intolerance.
Thank you for that. Thank you.
This meeting is adjourned. All in
If
favor?
there's anybody else, just to make sure, Mary?
Yes,
Anybody
yes,
else?
I want to say, something.
Then your motion's in order.
Let him talk.
No, the thing is, why she's not letting me talk,
I think there's some.
Why she's not letting me talk?
Talk, Mayor.
Okay, let her talk first, Is there any from
I think
public?
she's leaving.
Talk, Mayor.
Okay,
The meeting is adjourned.
you are stopping me constantly,
Mary.
regularly.
May I make a motion to
And
adjourn
the
the
one
meeting?
lady, she said, that produce document.
There's a motion on the floor. Mary.
Roll call.
But you are stopping me. Watch what you are doing,
Is
You
there a
cannot do
second
this,
to the motion?
There's a reason I say these are rats,
No, you.
7 rats in Glendale Heights.
You.
They are taking village money,
Correct?
they are taking village contracts,
Trustee
they are
Schmidt.
getting paychecks. This lady is sitting on my left side, $5,000 extra. Doing nothing.
The meeting is adjourned.
Shut up, shut up, shut up, pig.
Go home.
Wait,
Shut up.
you're hearing my,
Shut up.
All in favor?
how about on Frankie's, new driveway?
If you have little shame, you